Alright, folks, welcome. This is an audio recap of Grey Fullbuster by Roundtable. I'm Aggie, and I'm one of the hosts today.
I was Agi.
It is
Aggie, same difference.
Whatever.
And I'm Master Warlord, and that's Silver over there.
I
Hello.
have no idea why I'm here.
Fair enough.
And
Yes, this is Silver. This is Silver over here.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
totally Silver.
Yes, you are Silver. I am very British.
Yep.
Because nobody
that's,
is familiar with our voices yet.
Yeah, we're gonna trick everyone. That's Smaddy over there.
Yes.
And no one knows my voice. Clearly.
They do now.
Anyhow, let's get this ball rolling. Grey Fullbuster, Sir Kibble. One of those Ice Mage guys.
Yeah. Basically, it's every ice set ever.
Yeah,
was my
it is.
And
impression.
the ice elementalist from an anime who strips.
Yeah.
99% of the time he's got clothes on, but the 1%.
And
It
also
says that
taking
he
account that,
has clothes on less often than he doesn't.
Yeah, and like Kibble even made an ice set like 2 making moves ago as the freaking Hellstorm alt.
It was actually called Iceman too.
Well, that was actually... Was that
Oh, yeah.
actually an alt?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
He kind of confirmed it.
Yeah, it was actually a good set, and well, yeah, it was Claire's partner getting booted out the top 50 for the Hippos.
This is a pretty different set though. Iceman was based around the special mechanic. This is based more around just icing the stage up.
Oh yeah, of course.
I did not actually read Iceman, but this is basically a slip and slide set. Was Iceman like?
I believe it had a special mechanic of some kind. I think it involved freezing over the opponent.
I can
That's in
pull it
this
up.
too. Like the pummel.
Yeah, although it's not central.
True.
Well, basically just like any trope you do expect from an ice set, it's in this set.
Ice sets always have lots of tropes in them.
Lots of
Yeah.
slipping, lots of sliding. It is, I don't know, the wall mechanic, he has it in a few places to do some grab game shenanigans. Just slipping, sliding back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
I
thing
see.
I thought the walls in combination with the slip and slide was weird just because the walls just block the slip and slide. They just slide into it and they just sort of stop and they don't really take damage from it, do they?
I was kind
I
of
had
under
a
the impression that they bounced off. Like, bounce right back.
I have a pretty big problem with the way the wall is described, not the shield special, right? Like, it
How's
doesn't
that?
really state how it affects his momentum or how it gets summoned and how it moves. It just kind of says, well, it acts as a shield and then this stuff happens to it, but
I
I'm still
assume
not
it's like
quite sure how it
just like
works.
I assume it's just like one of those rolling crates.
Yeah, but it's not on the ground, so it is not affected by the ground. Also, the ice is there, so that would make things different anyway. Though it's a really good concept.
I was gonna say if they actually did bounce off of it, that'd make it a lot better, but I didn't really get that impression.
Oh, don't they bounce off of the fist, though, from the up smash?
Yeah, but that's an interaction, so it's hard to base anything else off that.
It did feel a little weird that he makes a whole bunch of the stuff or like holes in the ground to like stop their momentum, but I guess like those kind of things just trip them up if he gets the photo like slide and stuff, so he don't always slide out of his range.
I'm
The
not
holes in the
talking
ground are a
about
bit
like
weird,
when
yeah.
the fists first come up. I'm talking about like after it stays there's like a wall.
But yeah, assuming like if like shoots the wall at the foe, he can like just I don't know. I lost where I was going with that.
You were starting
Well, I
to
guess
talk about the arrows, the ice arrow things. You're talking about those, or
No.
no?
Well, the idea is, I guess, that you create the slip and slide, then you throw the shield at them to push them off stage. Then either they jump over the shield or they get distracted by it.
Ice
you obviously
arrows are okay as just some token projectiles, just because how much they'll slide to the other side of the stage. Just another ranged attack, you know. Because he doesn't always have to be trying to deliberately slide them off the stage. They'll be doing plenty of slipping and sliding by themselves once he gets some crap set up.
True enough. So let's see then.
Oh, I should mention this right now before I forget. I freaking hate when people put GIFs in their movesets.
Too distracting.
The
Yeah, it's really,
animated GIFs.
yeah, it's really distracting. Like, if you want to put them in there, just make them a link.
Yeah, like those really distracting. I put my hand up against the screen. It was so distracting.
Uh-huh.
I actually really like the GIFs.
I kind of like them
I find
too.
them practical. I also feel like
Yeah.
they're really high quality GIFs. I'm impressed.
They're
by
good.
how
There's just
high
so
quality they are.
many of them, you know.
Yes, they are good, and
I feel
Well,
it helps. Like
yeah.
it gives a good mental image of what the move actually looks like.
yes, I
Especially
prefer them as a
when-
link, so they're not distracting as much.
I guess,
would
but I
really-
would probably like it less if you had to just click a new window or tab every time you want to look at the image.
No, it's like I click it to see what the move is, but if it's just always there, then it's just like, ugh, I don't even want to look at that shit.
I don't know if it's
Like-
possible, but if you could like make it so that you have to click on it to make it, you know, if it didn't keep on looping, then it'd be fine. Is what you're saying? But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it would work if it wasn't a link, but it was like in a collapse tag.
How about if you just made it like an image from the GIF, but then that link to a GIF?
I like that.
Mm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it requires some effort, but that could work. But I actually quite like the way it's up here. I like the organization. I think it's probably one of the best parts about the set's organization. The pictures.
the gifts aside, I actually do like the organization. The headers are really cool.
I actually like the way that the moves are ordered just for the play style relevance, you know. I generally like that concept, but here it doesn't really feel like it was that justified most of the time. It was just kind of random.
Yeah, it didn't really feel justified. Like past the first few times, it's okay, ice move here, and then like, oh, here's 3 random generic attacks.
Yeah, it seemed the farther you went down the set, the less playstyle relevance it had. Just putting it in there somehow.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's that, and because he sort of feels obligated to make the moves next to the important moves be relevant to those moves, it's sort of like, it's just sort of that catapulter thing where he just says, oh, this just for the sake of it can space them into this specifically just because it's next to this move.
Yeah, there are a lot of like, oh, this move is definitely relevant because it pushes them into a trap.
I guess this is Kibble's new thing, though, right? Like he did this in Angel. It seems like the same idea. Maybe that's what he's going for now.
Well, that was just with this, just the specials were spaced out. Everything else was in order.
But yeah, I didn't really feel it was needed here.
How about the projectiles interaction with the various structures?
It could have been a bit deeper, I think. The stuff with the shield was pretty cool. All the obviously pretty basic stuff. He seemed to become one quite tangible, and not get too meta with it. I think mostly the projectiles seem to be there to just kind of edge out the opponent and make them, you know, force them into the slip and slide aspects of the set.
Mm-hmm.
Slip and slide is definitely the main focus. Yeah. Like even have this like the stairs, like you just place them next to the ledge to make a little ramp off the bottom.
Yeah, it's sort of like Wolfman's pickets or something like appetizers.
Wolfman is not
stuff.
slip and slide.
You know what I mean, though. It's like you're creating a barrier so no one can escape the stage or grab the ledge or something.
I thought odd part of the stuff with like gimping them with the stairs was kind of cool, especially since like you can cover the stairs over with ice to make them like into a death slope and shit, or just make another set of stairs, make those disappear.
I kind of felt the
Yeah.
stairs could have been handled a bit better. I don't know, like the way that it's written, it's almost as if you can only create them going upwards when you want to make the slope going downwards so that they can slip off.
Yeah, it's awkward how you like have to jump a ways below the ledge to make the stairs where you want them for the slope.
Kind of on the same tangent. I felt like Kibble used a lot of the trope of, well, if you use this move, then this wears out and disappears. I think he could have been a bit more. He could have made use of that more here, and also with the ice on the stage. Like when you create new ice, the old ice disappears.
Mhm.
It would have been more interesting had he actually used the bits of the stage that aren't icy in some way.
Mm.
Well, why would he interact with just the stage by itself?
Oh, because you don't slip on that, so you slip into a bit of stage that's not icy because it's been worn out.
And you kind of lose your balance,
by
or
creating new ice. I guess it's in there, but it's not directly referenced. Also, I'm not sure how that works logically. Like, you create new ice, so the oldest ice decides to die, I guess.
it's something that I accept
It
it
doesn't
just
have to be
being a
logic.
video game.
I think it's more just for the sake of balance.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
so that they have somewhere they can stay that isn't icy.
And actually, from my brawl experience, I found that ice tends to be really helpful for me for like just dash and then charge a smash and charge it up while you're on the way over there. It could easily be used against Gray.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
like I'm not
see
sure.
that.
I'm not sure if just having good traction on ice is always a benefit to him against every opponent.
Well, although I suppose the down tilt or whichever move it was that makes the kind of indent in the ground and make him trip would kind of cancel that out. But I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
For some
I guess
reason, I
that
thought that tripping them should boost their momentum when they're on the slip and slide. Yeah.
I guess if you create any of those, that kind of detracts from the rest of the set. I mean, his playstyle is the tripping over, then they can't be interacted with all the projectiles.
All right, so how about that forward smash?
The forward smash, it's one of those that just goes along the stage, but it bounces off of walls, and he has plenty of wall sets, so you can just make a nice little danger zone with that.
It kind of has a really cool knockback to it, though. Like, it throws the opponent behind the rolling thing as it moves along.
Basically, that move from bass, bass, whatever, EXE. Knockback doesn't have to make sense at all.
Well, this kind of
I
does
think
make
that,
sense, really.
I kind of like how the saucer would probably. It's like a hot hit, isn't it? Where how it just hugs the stage, and just like go off one of those ramps off this edge with the stairs. Okay, nobody knows that apparently.
I think the set could do with being a bit more detailed.
Like, where
Well,
so?
Kibble comes across very much so as like, I've already given you everything you need to know with that playstyle summary, just because the order of the moves does everything for me.
Mm.
Yeah, like the writing style is really, really easy to read. It's really good, but it just misses out on so many key details. And, well, perhaps not key, but
I
it's
wouldn't
hard to
say it's
understand
that
stuff.
bad.
Yeah, like it's not key. It's not key details, but even the little details, if you miss out on enough of them, it get a bit confusing.
Were there any specific examples of that you saw?
Did I mention earlier about the shield? Probably was the main one.
Oh yeah, the shield.
I'm
How
not-
it says it's not connected to the ground in any way. Does that mean
Yeah,
that it's
there's
hovering
no-
above, or what?
Well, that, and also like he says that this is obviously a big part of the moveset where you're just using it. I guess you use it and then you stop holding it because he says you create the shield, then he says it's moving in some way. Doesn't say it stands still, so I never really know how that works because it doesn't say anywhere. Like I'm not sure if it was just like moving at a generic pace or something.
It does seem to function like one of the rolling crates, like Silver said earlier, I think.
Yeah, I guess, but
Everybody loves those rolling crates. If you've seen those Japanese videos, they just abuse those.
I tried to stack a basket in Skyrim, but couldn't jump on it to get to a higher place. A basket's kind of like a rolling crate.
I guess you could sort of just play projectile tennis with the moving wall of the shield. Just eventually it would just go so fast it would just sort of slide them off the stage. But yeah,
I can't do over too long. It only takes 25%.
yeah.
Yeah, it has health. It can be destroyed.
I don't know. I feel like that could be probably buffed up at 40%, so that we could do some
Well, the
projectile
thing is,
tennis.
All number crunch.
I don't think that should be that significant though, because then you start detracting from all the other stuff. Like you use a lot of other weapons, just starts jet all the time, then it just makes everything focused on
Well, it's
the
just number crunching. Like Red Radigan, all those have like all of his traps in Radigan have like retarded amounts of HP. Just have 80 HP. He has so many traps.
Yeah, well, here I feel like there'd be a way to the number crunch the shield to be really useful about just detracting everything else. Although it certainly could be number crunched.
I do feel like this set, it fills a niche. It does what it does. It's not very adventurous, but it's good for what it is. It's a good template. It does capture the character well. Obviously, these are very specific moves to him, and it's not just a clone of whatever else, but it's... yeah. I'm not sure how to conclude that. Anyhow.
FA was kind of putting words in my mouth when he was saying that it was just a clone of Antonidus Lalal. But I just don't really think it really does all that much new. Blah 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 blah. Warlord wants everything to be unique from every other set in MYM.
Yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot to really catch my interest here. Nothing that's not been done before, and ice sets are already a kind of played out thing.
Yeah, there have been a lot of ice sets, but the real thing that goes with ice sets more than any other thing relating to ice is just a slip and slide. That's
Yes.
the real. That's definitely the focus of this set. There are some other things in the set, like the projectiles and stuff to like hit them when they just slide away, and like the shield, but it's not enough for me.
I felt the set was okay. I didn't like it that much. It had some interesting ideas with the shield. I felt that probably was the high point of the set. A lot of the other stuff seemed like it was mostly just working into more of a lockdown kind of deal, which is usually a bad sign for me. Like, I'm sure it would work really well in Natural Brawl, but doesn't seem too unique, I guess. Like, I'm sure there aren't that many sets that do this, but it wasn't anything that really caught my attention. Although I don't think the set's ready for me.
I'm sorry, Smat. I didn't getting locked down at all from this set. What did you think was locked exactly?
I just mean that as a generic term. A lot of the set was just, okay, you do this, and in this situation, and that'll help you. Not specifically the ice so much.
Just him set there's flow where
I guess. Like, I don't want to be that mean, though. I didn't feel it was that bad.
Mean.
Like, I felt like it had some okay flow with the slip and slide thing that was great, though, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just
a lot.
Nat hates, because Nate hates it, to be
A
honest.
lot of moves are either like just kind of generic or interact with it in like extreme ways, and like guess when he tries to break it up and like here's one major, here's a bunch of attacks that interact with it, having had a setup along with all the that made something that seemed like a little disjointed at times.
It's not a problem with Kibble's style, it just feels obligated to it because of how he presented the order of the moves.
This had pretty big pluses. I thought like the orchestration was really good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Pretty well written, apart from some minor missing details. In hindsight, they weren't a huge deal. And the set works. It's executed well. It's just not doesn't have that many interesting concepts.
I don't see the problem with detail. I gotta give Kibble credit here.
Alright, I guess that's it for this audio roundtable, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Till then, this is Aggie.
Warlord.
Silver.
Yes, me interrupting Warlord Silver.
Alright, we're
Maddie.
signing off. Till next time.